Thankfully, not everyone will experience a stroke in their lifetime, not witnessing them and not having one. But what if? What if you see someone having a stroke? Or what if you are the one having a stroke? Will that person watching you in a panic know what to do to help you? Will you be able to signal for help? Today we'll discuss what happens in the event of a stroke. What is a stroke? What do you do to be able to react quickly and confidently in the event of a stroke? And finally, is a stroke preventable? The first handout I've given you is from Kaveri Hospital in India, and I have a few extra facts from the American Stroke Association in 2019. The first stroke is the ischemic stroke, and this is what happens when blood vessels become clogged inside of your brain. This happens in 87% of strokes according to the American Stroke Association. The second stroke is a hemorrhagic stroke, and this is what happens when blood vessels rupture inside your brain. This is normally due to uncontrolled hypertension. It's very important to make sure you maintain your blood pressure. And the last stroke is a transient ischemic stroke. This is what happens when a serious but temporary clot is stuck within the blood vessels of your brain. If this happens, it's very important to go to the ER because it's normally a precursor to a more serious stroke. The next handout I have is from Bon Secours Hospital in Richmond, Virginia. It's from their stroke clinic. Most stroke clinic has these. You'll find it common because the American Stroke Association has one that's just called FAST. This is what happens. These are the symptoms of a stroke. The first letter, B, stands for balance. A stroke generally affects one side of the body. B stands for balance because balance generally is affected. Somebody will wobble more to one side or have a sudden onset of vertigo, dizziness, and need to sit down. The next one is eyes. There's a sudden loss of vision in one or both eyes, or sudden haziness or cloudiness with one or both eyes. The next one is facial droop, which happens normally on one side of the face. It's not often that you see it easily, and so generally the medical professionals will ask a person to smile because one side of the smile will become lopsided. The next one is arms. They'll ask a person to raise their arms up because one arm will not react. The next step is speech. Speech becomes affected. A person will begin to slur, or their words will become confused. They might say, ask for help, and instead they'll end up saying something like ice cream. And the next step is time. If you see these symptoms, any of these symptoms happening, it's time to call 911. The faster a stroke is treated, the more likely the person has a chance to recover. The last handout I've given you is from the American Stroke Association 2019, and it's 5 ways to prevent a stroke. Exercise, nutrition, of course, don't smoke, don't drink caffeine or heavy doses of alcohol. And if you have social deterrents in your life, be sure to contact your doctor or your social worker to try to find a healthier way of living. And blood thinners are good, but you want to talk to your doctor before using them because they're not always good for everybody. Claire Tone in The Dietitian 2015 recommends the DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet. These can be found online in any bookstore, and they're so popular and widely used that you can ask your doctor about them. They'll have handouts, and also the food is inexpensive and very, very delicious. The Mayo Clinic 2019 recommends 30 minutes of exercise most days of the week, and these can be broken down into 10-minute increments of regular aerobic activities such as doing your laundry, mowing your lawn, aggressive house cleaning. It's all things that I believe we can accomplish on a regular basis that can keep us all heart healthy. So remember, be prepared to act fast, be prepared to help fast, and be prepared to help save a life. Thank you.